Good morning. Today is D minus 10, and what I have done is I've gotten all the Renew solutions that I have. So I have one small travel size and I have two big ones. I have gotten them out of my beauty cupboard, so I take them to my work so I can give them to a colleague of mine because after that I'm not going to use them. I also have bought a lubricant for the eyes, and this is something that after the surgery I can use as needed. And also an anti-inflammatory. This was prescription. I'm just hiding my pharmacy detail because, yeah. But it's called Dialogues. I'm going to start using them about 2 days before the surgery, and 2 weeks afterwards. I mean, 10 days is not a long time. I've been waiting all my life for this, and it's building on me. So, yeah. We're 2 days away from the surgery. I just off a conf call. I had a conf call at 7 a.m. That's just painful, and I'm not wearing any eye makeup. And today is the day where I start using my antibiotic for the eyes. So I'm gonna start using that 2 days before surgery, and then a week after. And then I also have other drops, but I still didn't have them. Yesterday I filled all my hospital documentation for when I get in, etc., etc. Hopefully it will go well. I'm just very scared. I'm just worried that I will move while he's operating, or I will squirm because I'm not fully sedated, so it's pretty scary. Good morning. It's 7:45 a.m. and this is the day where I get my surgery done. I am so anxious, so scared. Words just cannot describe the state I'm in. I did not sleep. Yesterday, in the morning, I forgot to use some eye drops because I am meant to be using some eye drops. I will have tons of them that they will give me afterwards, but I was also meant to use some anti-inflammatory or maybe antibiotic. I think these ones were anti-inflammatory. I forgot to use them yesterday morning, and I am now freaked out that everything is going to go wrong. I also am a very anxious person. Ever since I was a kid, I don't like people coming near my eyes, and I'm going to be slightly sedated. I asked to have an IV drip, but I know I will freak out, and I'm just so worried that I'm going to freak out and then move because this is my eyes, and then I'm gonna screw it up. When it comes to any other bit, it's fine because you can just stuff it out, like close your eyes, you clench your fist, and it goes all, eventually you get it done. But for my eyes, I'm just so freaked out because I cannot close my eyes, I cannot flinch, I cannot move. And if something goes wrong, it would be 99% my fault because I have moved. So I'm just like all kinds of feelings. My younger sister texted me early in the morning to wish me good luck. My older sister said she wanted actually to go with me. I just don't want her to go that early in the morning with me, but she's going to pick me up at midday after I'm done with my procedure. I'm going to leave in about 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. I'm just going to put on my coat, check that I have everything that I need, all my medical documents and everything. I'm going to get an Uber to the medical center. It's in Marylebone. I'm scheduled to arrive at about 8:30, so I will try to arrive a bit earlier. My procedure is at 10 a.m. and I'm planning to be discharged by 11:30 or midday. We'll see. And then I will just come home, I will rest in my bed and hope that everything goes well. You guys, I'm just back. Here's the timeline of what happened this morning. So I left before 8 to arrive around 8:15, 8:20ish. And then I signed in at the hospital. It's the Platinum Medical Center. And then I was just waiting in the waiting area to get my registration done. So I registered and checked in as a day patient, and then I went upstairs where you have the designated waiting area with a special chair. So you have a chair for each person, but it has different monitors, its own table, things like that. So I was waiting there, and there was another girl who had the same procedure, who was having the same procedure before me. So we were all told, obviously, to come an hour and a half before the procedure. So that's what I did. She went in, got her procedure, and then I was going to go after her at 10. Before that, the anesthetist came and he kind of explained what we were going through and tried to talk through my concerns. I'm a very, very, very anxious patient, so not the easiest to talk to. Obviously, they gave me some medical bracelets. I will show you some footage of that. And then I also filmed what I would like to eat after my treatment is done. So I went to the room. They took me to the 5th floor because all that time I was waiting in the 4th. And then they put an IV drip so that I relax, because I am a very, very, very anxious patient. Like, I was so tense. It was just weird. And then he started operating. So the doctor comes in. He has his own soundtrack when he comes in. He does the operation with his music on. All what you see is actually light, and then they keep putting water in my eyes. So I just, like, it's almost as though you're swimming and looking at the sun from underwater. I did not feel anything. It was not painful, which coming from me is a huge thing, right? The whole thing took less than 45 minutes. I was done. I was taken in a wheelchair and this thing on my face downstairs, where I was waiting a little bit. Then I was served my meal, so I went for a salad and a cheese platter and green tea. You guys know how much I love tea. And then the nurse came back and she kind of explained all the procedure and all the drops that I have to take. I have like tons of eye drops that I need to be taken multiple times a day, which is fine. And a few minutes later, my sister arrived. We hopped into an Uber. We got here. We had some tea. And she just left right now to go to her work. And I'm going to just start taking my first eye drops, because I need to be diligent with that. I'm going to finish my tea, and then I'm going to lay down for a nap, because I was so nervous, so anxious that I did not sleep yesterday. And I was even nervous about, because I did not sleep, whether they would not allow me to get to do the surgery and stuff. But I'm very, very happy about it. I'll catch up with you later. I just woke up. This is day 2, and this setup is quite scary, but I did it myself, to be honest. I'm pretty sure if it was some kind of are my eyes, oh, my eyes are pretty white. So I went to sleep yesterday. I did not have any issues. I was meant to take a pill and I forgot about it, so I woke up half during the night, and I took it, and I think it was meant to help with not feeling the pressure in my eye, but I didn't feel any pressure. Also, they had told me to take some paracetamol to not feel the pain, but actually I did not need to take any paracetamol. I didn't have any pain, so all good. I think the most annoying bit of the procedure is going to be just the aftercare in the first days. So I'm not allowed to wash my face for 5 days, my eyes for 5 days, and then I can't shower for 2 days, cannot put face lotion or cream for a week, cannot work out for a week, or do intense workout in 2 weeks. So these kind of things, but other than that, it's fine. They say you have to wash your eyes for 5 days with boiled water that is cold. So I just have this little gaudet as a container. I have some distilled water, because I'm not going to be boiling water. There's too much sediment in London water anyway. Then I have these woven swabs. This is just in case I felt irritation, but I haven't used it yet. Then I have lots of these drops. So this is the Yellox antibiotic. I have or maybe this is the antibiotic and this one is the anti-inflammatory. But yeah, so I just have this little station with hand sanitizer, and during these days I'm going to be just using this La Roche-Posay Cerosine to clean my face. The problem is that I'm busy, and I do have a workshop that I have to animate on Tuesday, so in 3 days, where it would be quite difficult for me to have my drops. I have some of the drops that have to stay always in the fridge, so that's a bit annoying. But that is it for my first update. I feel like my eyes look a bit sleepy, but it's just because I can't open them because of the light. But other than that, no pain, nothing. So I will check up on you guys in a few days. Good morning, it's day 3 after the surgery. I just had breakfast, and again, I'm still not washing my eyes. My little makeshift station is solid. I have moved it to this side just so that it's not like in the middle of my living room, which I need to tidy up, but fine. So I still have 3 days worth of these sterile water thing. Then I have some drops. This morning when I woke up, I had a mini freak out because I kind of had a bit of tears, my own tears, coming into my eyes, and it was so much pain. It was as though you had poured acid, or like, not hot pepper, but more acid into my eyes, and it hurt so much. And I was really worried about that, and I was super freaked out because I thought maybe I have messed something up, maybe I'm having some kind of infection in my eye, and it's only day 3. But luckily, after I had used my drops, all is fine. My eyes are still white. I do have a bit of drooping in the eyelids, and that's just, an after effect of the surgery. I really hope that in a few days my eyes will go back to popping, because one of the best things about my eyes is just how wide they are. When I was younger, people used to tell me that I have manga eyes, and I don't want to use that because it's one of the qualities that I have, one of the features that I really like in my face. So we'll see about that. I still am not allowed to have a shower. Yesterday I had a sponge bath, which was I had a sponge bath. So today I'm thinking I'm gonna have actually a proper bath, but try to make it very lukewarm so that there is no steam coming up, so I don't infect my eyes. But I really just want to wash my head, and I want to wash my body and stuff. But yeah, so that's what is it. And I am just uploading a video. Where is my computer? That is my computer, because today is my birthday. And if you guys remember, when I had said that I had planned to do this surgery, I had planned it for the 21st of March, such that on the 23rd, which is today, I wake up for the first time in my life not needing glasses. It's quite nice. I still have a bit of a blurry eyes. I still see the sides of the lenses. I can't look at direct sources of light, but I am happier than ever before, and I think that this was the best gift I could give myself. So the video I'm uploading is just a tiny haul of little indulgences that I had done for my birthday, but the biggest splurge would have been this. Let's take a couple minutes just to talk about, the things that people don't say on on social media, which is the cost and how I found my practitioner and things like that. So the practitioner that I have found is Dr. Allon Barsam. I need to show you him. He's pretty cute, but that's not why I picked him, just so you know. So the surgery I went to is called the Ophtalmic Consultants in London. It's made of 3 consultants, and that's what you call some confirmed doctors. And this is the guy. He is really good. He operates on flight jet pilots, on other doctors. So if you are an ophthalmologist and you want somebody to do a surgery on you, then he does it. So he's at that level of qualification. He's a lecturer. He does some charity work. He's pretty good. So and also the way he's organized is very almost military style. So he's very precise in the way he manages his business, his consultation, the details, everything. So even when I was at the hospital, the nurses were saying that they really like working with him just because of how organized he is. So I just found him by doing my research. I found lots of clinics at different price points. Then I started asking my colleagues around, and one of my colleagues recommended him because he did laser. His parents both did, one of them did laser, the other one had a phakic lens implant. So 3 members of his family, including himself, were operated on by the same doctor, and he highly recommended him. So I went there. I had my consultation. As I had explained also before for my video on laser hair removal, as I said, it's always the case in London. You always pay an initial fee for a consultation, which is then deducted from your total fees. So I paid £150 to go and get my eyes tested, and it was a very, very extensive test. it was a very non-invasive way of testing, so he didn't put like that glass and all that thing, the annoying thing that they put at the bottom of your eye. I just hate when people touch my eyes. I have always been like that since I was a kid. So it was very non-invasive, quite gentle. It did take time, so you have to expect to spend at least an hour at that clinic getting everything tested. So once he did all of that, he came in, like there were a lot of clinical assistants, so every bit of tests was done by one of them, but then he eventually is the one telling you everything and measuring your eyes and all that stuff. So he eventually told me what I had learned from a very good doctor. There is a very good doctor in Morocco, one that I highly recommend. Her name is Dr. Bradley Ben Abdullah or something like that. I will find her name, and that is the best eye doctor that I know of in Morocco. I have lots of friends who got laser surgery in Morocco, and some of them were just, their eyes were butchered. It was done a bit, in a hurry. Some of them had infections. One of my friends has continuously droopy eyes because of that, ptosis. Dr. Ben Abdullah Bradley actually was really good, and I went to see her a couple times, and the last time I went to see her, she was very frank with me, whereas any other doctor would have said, I'm gonna do a laser on you. She said, no, you are at the limit because you have all kinds of issues with your eyes, and I wouldn't want to risk that on your eyes. And she sent me back instead of getting paid a ton of money. So I really like her. The only issue is that with that doctor, it takes forever, like a month or two, to get an appointment with her. And when you go there, you have to expect to spend hours, like 4 hours or something like that, between all the different tests that they do. And the waiting room is always full because you have people coming from different cities and towns and villages in Morocco to get their eyes done. But anyway, so that's my recommendation in Morocco. If you want to go to somebody reputable, that's the person. Like, I used to travel from Casablanca to Rabat to go and see her. Then this guy said exactly the same thing. He said, you have a very thin iris, which is a very thin cornea, which is very common for people like me. It's fine. You also have very high myopia, which means that you would have to go very aggressive on the laser, and that's really borderline. And then the third thing is I have some deformities in my eyes. So the colored bit of my eyes, my iris has lots of deformities and micro tears and all that. So usually any one of these issues is enough to say you can't have LASIK. But I had the trifecta. Yes, I'm that lucky. So he said the bad news is that you cannot have any form of LASIK surgery on your eyes. I would not do it. The good news is that there is another type of surgery, which is that lens implant. And once you do the lens implant, you have to know that there is a 1 in 800 chance of developing cataract. It's more common if you have had the surgery after you're 40. He also said that you might feel a bit of an increase in eye pressure. And also the good news about this, why it's better than laser, is that it is reversible. So if one day I just decide that I don't really like it, he can just take back the lens. So it's like having a lens, it's just that it's inside instead of outside. So it's not an external one, which means that the day I decide I don't want it anymore, you can just remove it, and I will go back to exactly how I was before. The incisions are very minimal, etc., etc. The cost for this surgery was £6,600. I had already paid £150 for the consultation, so I had to add an additional £6,450. That's a lot of money, and it's a very big investment. And I went to one of the more expensive places, but fine. So once I did this, I had a discussion with him, and I told him that I get very bad anxiety in medical settings. Like, even the smell is enough to make me sick. So when I go to the dentist, I also freak out, and that's why I go to also another very expensive dentist. But she's really good. So I told him this, and he said, normally this surgery, you just need to have local sedation. So they do some eye drops and then they do the surgery, and he's really good at it. He does many a day, so it should be straightforward. But if I'm going to get anxiety, it's better for him that I don't move all the time. And so you can do, I'm just cheering up just talking about it, because that's how anxious I get. It's very irrational, but that's how it is. They said we can do sedation, IV drip sedation. So because of that, instead of doing it at the clinic, at his clinic, I ended up going to a proper hospital as a day case. The hospital was called the Platinum Millennium Hospital. Very nice, as is the case for a lot of private hospitals. It was pretty good. And then the doctor took my phone number and he said, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, which he did, just to check, because I cried at the beginning, but fine. There was absolutely no pain, not even like nothing. I didn't feel a single thing. So this was my procedure, this was my experience with it. I'm very happy that I have done it. I think it took me a long time because I just needed to find the right practitioner, and also it's a very big chunk of money, so I just needed to save for that. That obviously sets me back when it comes to the whole home ownership and trying to have investments, etc. But this is an investment in my lifestyle and my health, and I'm very happy that I have done it. If you are curious, my next investment is going to be a bunion surgery, and the one that I found that I really like is going to be something around the £8,000, so probably a little bit more if I want to have sedation, because I had to pay £500 more for sedation, because you pay the anesthetist separately, and also like something like maybe a grand total of £50 in different eye drops and things like that, but that's it. So my next milestone is going to get the bunion surgery. It's a big chunk of money again, and I will have to save for it. But once I do it, I'm going to talk you through the process, who I chose and everything. So I will leave the link of the clinic down below. Obviously, this is not sponsored. I just told you that I paid like 7,000 and change. So it's quite a bit of money, but I think it was completely worth it. Everything was professional. I would recommend it to everyone. So very happy about my choice. I'm glad I actually did that instead of buying some expensive bag for my birthday. I did not buy myself tons of gifts, but this was the gift of life. I'm very happy.